ShadowRockZX is powered by ad revenue. Simply disabling your ad blocker will go a long way in helping us to keep this channel running. Thank you for your consideration and enjoy the show.
Hey guys, it's me TGP and I'm here with this week's challenge. Now I should start off by saying I am going to sound very low in this video, but that's because it is 2:37 in the morning and everyone else is asleep, so I have to be quiet and I can't be too loud. However, I'll try to be loud enough and I'll put this volume a little bit higher. But anyways, ooh no, not the laptop. Anyways, this week's challenge is going to be a little bit different, but also a little revisit of a challenge from back then. So a little while back you had a challenge about you being a Mettaur with a specific Mettaur folder. Well, I'm going to use that same folder, sort of, and give it some twists. Just for a refresher course, the folder was 5 reflect 1s, 5 reflect 2s, 4 reflect 3s, 5 wavearm 1s, 4 wavearm 2s, 4 wavearm 3s, and the last 3 chips is where it's different. This time, instead of having you choose whatever 3 you want, you can only have, as your last 3 chips, attack plus 30, a Navi chip of your choosing, but it can only be the Link Navi of your version. So, for my example, I used HubBatch SP. So if you were playing Falser, you can only choose the Falser Link Navis as your Navi chip. And yes, they can go up to SP form. It doesn't matter which one you choose. And for the last chip, you must use HubBatch in your folder. Now, let me explain the premise of this challenge. So you were fighting Eraseman. That is your enemy. Only one Eraseman. And you actually do have an ally, and that ally is Mettaur 3. Now you're wondering, Mettaur 3 only has like 180 damage, 180 HP, something like that. How's he going to survive? Well, I'm actually going to provide 3 codes. The first code is going to change the Mettaur HP to 1000. That way it gives him the fighting chance to actually live. And second code is I'm going to double Eraseman's HP to 3200 because I think 16 is too low, and the damage output that your folder can give, it's pretty whoa. So 3200 HP, that should be good enough. And for the final code, and this is pure cosmetics, but yes, you are a Mettaur 3. However, this code, following the Mettaur tradition and the ShadowRock channel, I decided, you know what? Let me use this code to change the color of the Mettaur to yellow. So basically, your Mettaur 3 is going to be yellow. Again, purely cosmetic, but a little fun. Now, to actually get to the challenge itself. First of all, if you ever play Battle Number 5, you would remember the disadvantage area where you'd only have 2 columns and your opponent would have 4. Well, that is how your area is going to be. You're only going to have 2 columns and Eraseman's going to have 4 to play with. Alright, now for the challenge rules. Yes, there's going to be easy and hard mode. I'll get to those in the end, but let me get to the specifics of these rules. Alright, rule number 1, the Mettaur must survive the entire battle. This should be simple enough. If he loses, that's an automatic loss. Alright, number 2, the Mettaur must land the last hit. If I recall correctly, I think I'm wrong, but I hope I'm right. Mettaur 3 does 50 damage. So always keep that in mind whenever he attacks and whenever you get the Eraseman down to very low HP. Now, number 3. Your Navi Cust can only contain Shield, Chip Shuffle, and Custom +1. Can't contain any others. Alright, number 4. You can't use HubBatch until the Program Advanced is used. Number 5. You can only have Power Wave 1 as your Program Advanced. You can't have 2, and you can't have 3. Number 6. Only reflect 1 can be asterisk coded. The other reflex must be coded of your choosing. Number 7. You cannot regular any chips whatsoever. And finally, number 8. Once Eraseman's HP falls below 200 HP, you can only use your Buster. Mostly because you want the Mettaur to get the last hit and you don't want to do too much damage. Now, if let's say he's at 500 HP and you happen to do a damage output that reaches him down below 200, it doesn't have to hit exactly 200, but let's say your chip does, whatever you do does 350 damage, so it puts him down to 150. At that point, don't use any more chips. So, it doesn't have to fall exactly to 200, but once it falls below 200, then you can't use any more. If you still have any questions about that, ask away and I'll get into detail because I believe typing is better than saying it in that term. Alright, now there's easy mode and hard mode. For easy mode, Reflect 2 can be asterisk coded. And you can have Power Wave 3 as your program advance instead of Power Wave 1. Now for hard mode, there are 4 criteria. However, you only have to meet 3. If you want to meet all 4, then by all means go right ahead. But anyways, for hard mode, you must remove one custom 1 program from your Navi Cust, but you are allowed to put 2 Charge Plus programs in your Navi Cust. Number 2, you cannot use HubBatch and it must remain inside your folder for the duration of the battle. Number 3, Reflect 1 cannot be asterisk coded any longer. And number 4, Mettaur must do the last 200 damage on Eraseman. Alright, sorry for the low voice again, but I have to be very quiet. And, well, that's it for this challenge. If you have any other questions, then please ask away, and me or ShadowRock or Heraz will answer to our best ability. Alright guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.